Today, I will explain what the term insulin resistance actually means. When I came across this term while doing research on the causes of PCOS, I saw a lot of scattered information regarding this term insulin resistance, but still couldn't understand it fully. So, when I finally understood what it meant, I knew I had to make a video to help you understand better. So, what is insulin resistance? First, let's understand the role of insulin in our body. Our body's muscle cells need glucose to function well, but they cannot take glucose in without insulin's help. The main job of insulin hormone is to help glucose enter our muscle cells. Insulin acts like a door opener for glucose. Insulin resistance occurs when the body cells become less sensitive to each insulin hormone. Less sensitivity means muscle cells don't entertain every insulin hormone to open the door to glucose to enter inside them. So what does having high insulin resistance means? Having high insulin resistance means that your body is producing more insulin than it should, but your cells aren't responding to it properly. So, even though there's enough insulin, your cells don't let glucose in easily. Let me explain this further. When we eat food, our stomach absorbs glucose from it. This glucose starts circulating in the blood. The brain senses an increased amount of glucose and signals the pancreas to release insulin in the bloodstream, which then opens the door of muscle cells to let glucose from the blood enter the cells. If our body's muscle cells are insulin resistant, that means blood glucose won't come down to the normal level because muscle cells could not take glucose in with existing insulin. Our brain will sense this high glucose and will signal the pancreas to release more insulin. Suppose for a healthy body, X units of insulin is required to bring down glucose level. For insulin resistant body, it will be more than the normal amount of insulin to get the job done. To make it easier to understand, let's say a body has 8 units of glucose. For someone with insulin resistance, the pancreas ends up producing around 12 units of insulin, more than necessary, just to bring those glucose levels down to normal. Out of the 12 units of insulin, 8 units of insulin will help 8 units of glucose to enter the body, and overall the glucose level will come down to healthy levels. But what happens to the extra 4 units of insulin that were released by pancreas to bring glucose down? This extra insulin keeps interacting with other parts of the body, including ovaries, liver, arteries, and fat cells, which are never meant to interact in the first place. And that's where the problem arises. This creates a vicious cycle. In an insulin resistant body, insulin resistance causes the body to make too much insulin. Too much insulin tells your ovaries to make more testosterone. Women naturally have less testosterone than men. That's just how our hormones are designed to work. Increase in the number of testosterone messes up with your hormones, stopping normal ovulation and leading to PCOS symptoms. Now, how to break the cycle of high insulin resistance and bring it to low levels? It's actually very simple. All you have to do is change your diet, sweat it out, and include regular exercise in your daily routine. Pay attention to your stress levels and make changes to manage stress better. The most important thing is to fix your sleep cycle, and of course, do all this in a way that helps you regulate your nervous system. Regulated nervous system, I have a lot to talk about this. Breaking the cycle of high insulin resistance isn't about fixing one thing, it's about small, consistent shifts across your daily lifestyle. Consistency, oh my god, I cannot stress enough on this, is the most important thing here. Breaking the cycle is actually easy if you take one part at a time and change it over time instead of changing everything at once and then giving up completely. I am telling you from my own experience. All the papers I read for this video are linked below. Feel free to check them out. And I'll talk more about how I am taking baby steps to change my diet, lifestyle, sleep cycles, and regulate my nervous system. If you found this video helpful, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.